Streamcast.
Hello and welcome to the Streamcast. My name is Isaac and today we'll be talking about the Norse god Freya and her Valkyries. The word Valkyrie comes from an Old Norse word, Valkyria, meaning chooser of the slain, which is what the Valkyries did. They would visit worthy warriors who died in battle and take them to Asgard, where they would join the ranks of the Einherjar. There, these fallen warriors would drink, feast and fight to the death. Then, the next day, they would be resurrected to do it all over again. I don't even like paper cuts. I cannot imagine getting killed every day. Sounds like hell to me, but you like what you like, I guess. The Valkyries were comprised of Freya, Gunnar, Gjerdiful, Ea, Kara, Rota, Ulrun, Gondul, Hilda and Sigrun. Gunnar. This Valkyrie's name means war or battle. Gunnar would arrive at all battles, big or small, and her judgment of the fallen was unparalleled, making her invaluable to Odin. She was one of his favourites, and in spite of this, he still corrupted all the Valkyries, including her. It's still unknown why at this moment, but it probably has something to do with him trying to control his own fate. Maybe if Odin asked nicely, Kratos would let Odin use the Loom Chamber from God of War 2. Then again, the Loom Chamber probably isn't that powerful. Surely Kratos would have saved his family instead of using it to kill Zeus if it was. Right? Gjerdiful. This Valkyrie's name means spearflinger. Although she does not use one in the fight against you, opting for chakram, her wings, a scythe and her fists instead, she was the master of arms at Valhalla and was responsible for training the Einherjar. Ea. This Valkyrie's name means help or mercy. She was regarded as being a healer. The Valkyries were known as choosers of the slain. However, Ea would choose who would live and recover. Vikings were known for wanting to die in battle, so for this reason alone, Ea was probably liked by the families of Viking warriors, but not so much the Viking warriors themselves. Then again, not dying in battle meant said warriors had the chance to die in another battle, so win-win, I guess. Unless you get food poison afterwards at the victory feast, and then there's no Valhalla for you. Kara. This Valkyrie's name means wild one, but there's nothing wild about her to be honest. Low health, staggers easily, and has a small move pool. She compensates for her weakness by summoning Draugr to assist in the fight. Although, if you play on Give Me God of War difficulty, where the enemies level up and everyone is stronger, then this fight can get pretty wild. Rota. Her entire existence is for the sake of making you angry. Yes, Valhalla. She'll do this up to 3 times, but thankfully after you beat her, you'll never have to experience this again. Ulrun. This Valkyrie's name means Ale Brun. After defeating her, she says Helheim will overflow with the souls of the departed and drown Midgard in a sea of vengeful corpses, and she leaves you in an attempt to fix the issue. Seeing as you get the chisel before going to Helheim and can backtrack to Elfheim to fight her, I'd say she does a pretty good job. Hell doesn't seem too full, and neither does Midgard after lowering the water levels. Just a few regretful souls offering side quests. Then again, Earth isn't as populated as it is today, so maybe that's what busy looks like in Helheim. Gondul. This Valkyrie's name means wand wielder, and while she doesn't cast any spells, she does dabble in some pyrokinesis during your fight with her. Mimir says she was so beautiful, she drove men to insanity, so Odin banned her from Midgard. Hilda. This Valkyrie's name means battle. She got on with Odin, but not so much with the other Valkyries, according to Mimir. He also went on to say she lived for conflict, and that some said she was conflict. It will be interesting to see her role in Ragnarok, if any. Sigrun, the queen of the Valkyries. Her name means victory rune, which is fitting as she probably tasted victory against most people during their first encounter with her. She possesses the abilities of all the other Valkyrie minus being able to summon Draugr. Freya, the ex-queen of the Valkyries, the witch in the woods, former queen of Asgard, her name means noble woman. She was the Norse god of love, beauty, and fertility, just like Aphrodite, although I doubt there will be a sex scene with her. Kratos did kill her son after all. Kinda ruins the mood. I would hope. Freya married Odin as part of an agreement to stem the war between the Vanir and the Aesir. There was a time when she was happy, but Odin was just buying time to steal all her magical secrets. Speaking of marriage, Freya was widely known to be beautiful, so the giant Thrym asked for her hand in marriage. Why ever would Freya agree to this? Well, Thrym had stolen Mjolnir, and the marriage was the only way to see the hammer return to Midgard. Freya hated Odin, and Thrym was clearly worthy if he could steal Mjolnir. Maybe a second marriage wouldn't have been so bad. Regardless, Freya was not on board, so a plan was devised. Thor would dress as Freya and attend the wedding in her stead, but once Thor was close enough to the weapon, Thor retrieved it and killed all the giants. Freya was spared another unwanted marriage. As you play God of War, you see the souls of people with unfinished business handing out tasks in Midgard. We also see the souls of the dead wandering around hell. But why is this? Odin strips Freya of her position as Valkyrie Queen and places a curse on the Valkyries, locking them in mortal bodies, which is not a Valkyrie's natural state. It causes them to go mad. This was done out of spite, as whatever Sigrun did was never good enough for Odin. Maybe Odin wasn't happy with the quality of warriors the Valkyries brought back, and so decided to cut his losses and turn the Valkyries into killing machines by corrupting them. Odin did want more warriors to fight by his side along the ranks of the Inheritor, and the Valkyries are by far some of the strongest opponents you'll face in the game. Fortunately for Midgard, Alfheim, Niflheim and Muspelheim, the four realms where you can face these Valkyries, Sigrun sealed her Valkyries away. Unfortunately, she too succumbed to the corruption, but it's a testament to how strong she was that she was even able to go toe-to-toe with other Valkyries and subdue them. There's a reason why she was able to take Freya's place as Queen of the Valkyries. This wasn't enough for Odin though, and he cursed Freya, rendering her unable to leave Midgard or harm another living creature. It's no wonder she lives as a recluse. She wouldn't be able to protect herself. As the game ends, Freya is left with nothing. Odin took everything from her. Her powers, her Valkyries, her passport. Additionally, her son had rejected her as well, but she found some semblance of peace and took comfort in the fact that her son could not be harmed. Then Kratos comes along and takes even that away, creating the secondary antagonist for the sequel. I think it's really cool how both antagonists in Ragnarok are built up. Odin through whispers and stories of his cruelty, whereas Freya, you see it unfold and you yourself are partly responsible. Partly because Freya kinda set up her son to be a sociopath. And if you want to know more about that, check out our Balder video, linked in the description. I genuinely think anything could happen, but I really do hope they expand on Freya and the Valkyries, especially as the end of the game and the post-game deals heavily with these characters, and it'll be good to get some closure. I think Freya is going to begrudgingly join forces with Kratos and Atreus, as Odin is the real villain and they both have beef with him. There is a mural that shows the death of Kratos, and if this were to happen, I can see a quiet finale where Atreus and Freya live in peace, so long as Freya wasn't the one to end Kratos. Ragnarok has to happen. The game is called Ragnarok after all. We know the battle between Thor and the World Serpent sends the serpent back in time, and following the lore, Ragnarok is where these two fight. So I'm curious to see how Santa Monica will fit in Freya and the Valkyrie story, build upon Tyr and Angrboda, and set it up so the World Serpent is born and we see Ragnarok. It just doesn't seem like they can fit all of that into one game, so obviously they'll be taking liberties with the lore and creating a more original story, and I'm looking forward to this. Additionally, at the end of Ragnarok, it is said Balder and his brother Hod will return from hell to play a game together and recount the events of all that had transpired. Maybe Freya will get another shot at being a better parent. Thanks for watching, and enjoy Ragnarok when it releases later this year.